Big Daddy Klay is testing free agency. So they couldn't agree to an extension. And let's be honest, I've said it before. Philadelphia and Orlando are two teams, maybe even San Antonio. We're going to talk about several teams that are going to have the money to throw at Klay Thompson. He's going to probably get the Fred VanVleet deal, which the Fred VanVleet deal is, if you guys don't remember, a 3-year, $128 million. I think now that would, with the new salary cap, probably go up to like 3 years, 140. But the cool thing about it is only the first 2 years are guaranteed. The third year is a team option and it's fully non-guaranteed, similar to how Chris Paul's contract is now. So then the final year, if they want to use him as a trade chip, that way you still have roster flexibility. Klay cashes out, everybody wins, and you're not putting yourself in a position to be like, I guess like the right way to say it is like compromised, or I guess I'm trying to figure out where to put this microphone to still see my face and it still sounds right, but this is what we're going to do. This is how we're going to have it. But either way, so they still feel comfortable about the team, or about the team's structure and future salary wise and payroll wise. Now, according to Shams Charania and Anthony Slater, the Klay Thompson has shown interest in exploring external options as no extension with the Golden State Warriors appears imminent. The Warriors have made it clear to Thompson that they would like to have him back. The Golden State Warriors have offered an extension to Thompson before the start of the season. Orlando, no income tax, while California has some of the highest income tax, share mutual interests. And because they don't have to pay Paolo or Franz until 2 years from now, giving Klay Thompson a deal like this is pretty good, because he would then be this third or co-second option next to Paolo and Franz. And over the weekend, I don't care about this, is dumb, but Klay Thompson unfollowed the Warriors on social media. Klay Thompson's represented by Greg Lawrence. He's going to be joining the Bohemian national basketball team for training camp in Houston this week. Thompson, however, is not expected to get clearance to compete for the Bahamas Olympic qualification this summer, so he will not be playing. So looking at this, I think the biggest thing is as a outsider's view, you think this is great for both sides. Klay gets to kind of maybe build a legacy, gets to see what it looks like on the outside. Maybe Orlando gets a guy, but some people might say, oh, some people think Golden State Warriors have a brighter future than Orlando, while other people, well, Orlando has a bigger future. There's two sides. You either think it was a great run, but Steph probably had his last ring, and Klay probably wants money, and Orlando's falling apart. I mean, not Orlando, not Cleveland. Golden State's falling apart while Orlando's maybe rising up, and other people are thinking that it doesn't make sense. But to me, either team, I think both teams are in a similar position. They're trying to take the steps at the next to go forward, while the Warriors are trying to bring in younger guys who are cheaper. The Magic have young guys that they're trying to bring vets in who can help them win. The Warriors went 46-36 in the West, which is really hard. The Orlando also, the East is getting more competitive, went 47-35. They had a better record. Orlando makes a lot of sense. Their timelines match up. Give Klay $40 million for 2 years. Orlando can afford it. He'll help with shooting and veteran leadership. And when Banchero and the others' extensions come due, his contract will be coming off the books. And the whole thing is Golden State being over the tax for almost half a decade in the new CBA rules definitely doesn't make it easy for Golden State to retain Klay, and he's not going to take a discount just to stay there. So I think, being able to maximize his window and go game of money while also being able to go choose a young and up and coming team, I think is smart. So outside of Orlando, what are teams that could come and get him? Detroit, if they're really just trying to spend money and bring somebody in to help Cade Cunningham, Detroit could come in and give him the bag. If Philadelphia loses out on Paul George and whoever else, they go after Miles Bridges and all the other names they're attached to. If that all fails, is Klay like plan C? I don't see Toronto or Oklahoma City or Utah opening the books, nor do I see Charlotte being a team like that. I feel like the darkest horse is San Antonio if they really want it, but he doesn't fit next to Devin Vassell because he plays the same position as Devin Vassell, as they're both swingmen. So I really think it just comes down to Philadelphia, Orlando, going back to Golden State, and maybe Detroit's the dark horse. That's the dark horse to me. But like, I feel like the new management there is smart. If Troy Weaver was still there, I would have said Troy Weaver does that.